Hi, Jon Mendez, and this is the latest in our how-tos. We're just doing some berthing work and we're looking at various ways to bring the boat alongside. Now we can obviously do it bow to or stern to, and here we found a reasonably sheltered spot that will give you an idea of what's involved. It's all about choose an angle, use momentum, use the controls to get the boat reasonably parallel and stopped alongside. A bit later on we'll show you some other techniques when the conditions are a little bit more challenging. Key to all this is our start position. Choose somewhere where the boat is reasonably balanced, bow or stern to the elements. So we're doing bow first, so we want the boat not moving around, so I've got it pretty much balanced on the wind there. And then I'm going to drive it just using a mini transit. So I've lined the cleat and the boat behind up and I'm just driving forward reasonably steep in a mini transit to just keep myself on track. As I get closer, I'm just using in and out of gear to get a fraction of momentum. I'm going to put the wheel away from the pontoon and go ahead because I want the bow not to hit the pontoon. So that's turning nicely. Now we're going to do wheel towards the pontoon, and we're just using a stern to slow the boat and drag the stern in. Then I've done one more click ahead, one more click astern. So now my boat is moving very gently towards the pontoon, and if you can imagine that we had an egg on the side of the boat, we're not going to break it. So we're just looking now at that slightly worrying moment where we're coming down to a berth and we're going downwind. Quite a decent breeze on the stern of the boat, and in this location there's a little bit of tide as well. So we definitely don't want to approach in a downwind, down tide position because that would just be really scary. So the way to think about it is if I was to be putting the boat bow into the tide, where would I start from? That's the berth I want. So what I need to do then is just gently start bringing the boat to a halt in the position that I would start if I was doing bow to the elements. So I'm just looking to the side and I'm taking my little transit, and then all I do is exactly the same as if I was coming bow to this pontoon. There's my target, and you'll see me just angle the engine so we come to a complete halt with just gently in astern, and I'm just steering as if I was bow to those elements but with the stern. Steer in a bit steeper and then just go neutral for a second. Let it all calm down, just as we did on the bow approach. And I can get a reasonably steep angle because I'm against that strong little breeze there. And as I get closer, exactly the same as we were doing, I will take the engine away from the dock to take the stern out. So as it comes in just there now, very gently just taking the stern out, and you can see what happens. That brings the bow nicely in, and if I had a crew, they would just now drop the stern line on. Because there's only me, I will just drop my midship line on, and that's me alongside. And now we're going to come alongside bow first into those stronger elements. So having got myself lined up as best I can, I'm choosing my angle and I've got the post and a boat in the background nicely lined up. I'm aiming at the far end because the breeze is gently pushing me on, so I need to make sure that I clear the boat to my starboard side and that I keep the gentle momentum going. So as I steer towards the pontoon, I can use in and out of gear to control the speed, and as I get nearer, little click ahead there, now I'm going to do the wheel hard to port and nice click ahead to give myself some momentum and bring the bow around. Now as I go wheel all the way to starboard and astern, I come in square to the pontoon. So that's it in its purest form. Boat balanced, drive forward, just using momentum, so in and out of gear, use neutral, getting close, wheel away, drives the bow away, using that touch of momentum to start the boat moving towards the pontoon. As I get closer, wheel towards the pontoon, astern brings the stern in, and you want to end up stopped, not shoveling up and down the pontoon, but stopped stationary and alongside.